Pupmeister, and welcome to episode 36. Today, we are getting on our automatic sorting system. I'm kind of excited about this one. So, I've started already. Let's take a look. I've already placed the chest up here where I can just put in whatever I want. You can see the hopper underneath. So I can throw in whatever I've got and it will go right into the sorting system automatically, right up here where it's nice and handy. So let's go take a look down below. So this is just beginning, like this is almost nothing. So the plan here is to dig some stairs down right here. So we're going down. This hopper is underneath the hopper I showed you upstairs, and that goes into a hopper, and that hopper faces that way, and will continue to feed into our automatic sorting system. So when the time comes, I'm probably going to have to break this, break that, and just extend the hoppers further that way. So basically, I think I'm going to start around here, something like this. And just so this looks a little better, if you know what I mean, I'm going to grab the slab and place it just underneath like that. And then with the stairs, I'm going to place it up in front like that. So as I'm coming, it just looks like the ceiling going down for stairs, just like that. And that way, we won't see the hoppers at all. Now, the other thing is this ceiling right here is basically ground level. So we have to keep that in mind as we build this. So I'm going to start digging down here and making this. Now, one thing that you should consider, and one thing I'm going to consider, is that in order to build this, you need at least 5 blocks high and 8 blocks deep or wide. And those each include a space either above it or behind it, just so that if anything goes wrong or we will need to look at it from a different angle, it's just not right up against a block. You know what I mean? So 5 high and 8 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to go one more just to be safe. So at this point, I think what I'm going to do is dig out a huge area down there to get it ready, and then we will continue. Okay, so I'm done just the first part, and basically I think I'm going to start with 10 different sorting chests. So I think I'm going to leave a space here so this can go back and around the back if I so desire. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's going to be room for a chest of anything that didn't sort at the end. And then I just left 1 or 2 blocks at the end just so I could get around that way. Just so I'm not crowding myself. So this is going to be the main corridor. I think I'll just go 3 wide. I don't know. I'm contemplating maybe 5 wide, but I think 3 wide is good. Now I have to go 8 deep in order to set up the sorting system in the chests. And of course, at any time, I could do the other side as well, and I probably will. But for now, I'm just going to do one side, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've come across a little issue. My map room is over here. So I'm either going to have to go 6 further. Well, not either, but I'm going to have to go 6 further, so I'm going to have to start here with this wall being in between. And then I can always do, I don't know, something else here. Or, for now, I can build it on the other wall where there isn't anything. Now, if I go the other way, I'm going to have to change where the hoppers go. That one will have to face the other way. Okay, so as you can see, I decided to go the other side just to make my life easier at the moment. I can always deal with it later if I want to come around and keep going. So, we're going to do it on this side, which means I've already, if you look over here, I've already turned the hopper this way. Okay, so there's a hopper above this one going straight down where the floor would be, and then the chest. And then it's going to start coming this way. And I'm not quite sure how far I have to go or whatever, so we'll start building down there first, and then we'll bring this to it. That's pretty simple. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to need for this build. Now, I'm making 10 of them, so I've got all kinds of extra stuff here, but what you see at the top is what you will need for one single sorter, okay? So you'll need a redstone repeater, a redstone comparator, a redstone torch, 3 redstone dust, 3 hoppers, 2 chests, 44 of something that you will never sort. Okay, for me, that's dark oak slabs. I will never have dark oak slabs go through this. So you need something that you will never ever sort, and you'll need 44 of them for each sorter. So make it something that's easy to get as well. And you'll need 7 cobblestone, or any block you want to use. Okay, so let's begin with the blocks. Again, I'm going to leave an empty space here so I can kind of walk around them. Okay, so you're going to want a block, a space, a block, space, space, block, block. Okay, so that's kind of what the first part will look like, just like that. Now you want to grab your repeater, and you want to throw it in there, just like this. So sort of the 2 things facing forward. And you want your redstone torch to be right there. Now you're going to create a T on this one. Okay, so just like this. And then over on this side is where you're going to be putting your chest. And then you're going to want a hopper into the chest, just like this. Okay, if you want to see from the other side. Then up on top here is where we place the repeater, or the comparator, sorry. And then you want to place a hopper going into the comparator. Okay, just like that. Then you want to grab your redstone dust and basically put it on these 3. And then you want to place your 44 dark oak slabs, or whatever you're going to use that you're never going to sort, up here. And you can go 11, 11, 11, 11 like I just did. You can go 1, 1, 1, 41. Whatever works for you. I like everything nice and even, so I'm just going to do that. And now you want to put whatever you want to sort into this spot right here. So for this one, let's do some coal as an example. Okay, this could be redstone, it could be diamonds, it could be anything you want it to be. And that is pretty much one complete sorter. So why did I need a third one? Well, this third one is all about moving the items along. Let's just, for now, place a temporary block there and a temporary block here. And this is where we want another hopper, and it will be going this way, okay? Because they'll all be connecting this way. So for now, I'll get rid of that. And that is what we have to connect. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and 1 off the ceiling. All right. So where are we here? We're way up here. So we're going to have to lower it and bring it down. Yeah, big time. So this is where we have some engineering issues here. So the best thing, I probably want to go, maybe I want to go one more this way. Okay, so in other words, another one that way. So we're going this way, and then here I probably want to start going down. So let's take a look at where this is exactly. 2343 and 1006. So let's go up and see where we are. Should be, well, I've kind of marked it here. But this is where it's going to be. Or maybe it's right here. Right here is where we want to start going downwards. So let's take that out, put our hopper in, put another hopper on top, and that pretty much deals with bringing it downwards. So we're looking for 1004. Okay, so right here is where it needs to be, and 56. So 3 more levels downward. Okay, so 1 level, 2 levels, and 3 levels. So this one right here is going to have to go in that way. And then all these will be going down. And that's the last one. Okay? So down, 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 down. And this one, as you can see, is going this way. Okay? So is this where we want to be right here? 1004 and 56. So it still has to go 1 down. So let's just dig out here. There it is. Let's bring it this way so we know where we have to connect. Okay, so right there. And then here we can go, actually let's block this up first so it looks half decent. Okay, and then we want to go down. And then right here, we want to go in that way. Okay, so it looks like we are good to go. So let's fill this all up again. And it can all just be filled in here. Now on this side, I think I want to use stone. I guess I only have 3. I'll have to get more. But this will just block all this off and make it look like it was before. And then we have some dirt. That can go there. One more block here. And now we can put in what we were thinking of doing before. Just like that. Okay, so now it becomes like stairs. There we go. All right, and then we'll need one more stone block right there. And there we go. So now we have our full hopper system to move our products through. And why don't I just grab one chest and I will show you how this works already. Okay, now what is this chest? This chest is for anything that does not get sorted. Okay, so right now we have nothing in the chest. And if we are coming back from an adventure and we want to throw, let's say, 4 coal and a couple redstone, if everything is working correctly, the coal should be in the chest and the redstone should be in the overflow chest, that little one that I added at the end. Okay, so we have 2 redstone here and only 3 coal in here. Why is that? Well, for some reason, this hopper right here that goes into the chest likes to keep 1 coal for some reason. Not quite sure why that is, but if we were to, for example, throw another 5, and let's take this out. So if we threw another 5 in here, okay, so in goes 5 more. Now when we check, there will be 5 in here. There you go. But for some reason, if this is empty, it likes to keep 1, and I really don't know why. Must be the mechanics or a glitch, I'm not sure. But this will happen, so just know that there will be 1 extra item in this hopper at all times. And then expanding it from here is quite easy. Now, we started with blocks under here, but you could put yet 1 more hopper facing in towards the blocks over here, and then put another double chest if you want more storage. And you can even bring the floor down another level and put a 3rd chest and a 4th chest, etc., if you want that kind of storage. Now, expanding this to have all 10 sorters, like was my plan, is fairly easy. Now you just have to go 9 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that, and that gives us 10 across. Okay, and same here. Go 9 more. And same here. 9 more for the chests as well. Then you can come up over here and put all of your repeaters in, one after the other, just like that. And then on this side, you can put all of your redstone torches. So it's really just the first one. That's a little work, and then you can just totally keep repeating. All right, so now you want to do these 3 all the way to the end. Just like that for all 10. Okay, and then you guessed it. We're going to put all the comparators down, just like that. And then you want to cover this whole thing with redstone, all of it. And it's okay that it connects. You just want to cover all this in redstone. So there you go. And then the next thing you want to do is you can put in all of the chests like this. And I guess it doesn't really matter which way you have them, because from the front, they're just going to look like that. Okay? And then just for the sake of continuity, if you want, you can put this chest in the same direction. So it all kind of works out. Okay, now you have all of the chests in. Okay, so now you want to hop over on the chest side. You want to put your hoppers facing into the comparator. Okay, just like this. And you can just go along and just aim at this little spot right here, crouch, and place it in just like that. So all of these, as you can tell, are all facing towards the comparators. And now that we've done that, just like we did in the first one, we need to fill each of these with whatever block we are never going to sort. Okay, so do this for as many of them as you have. At the end here is where we want to place our chest, and this will take in anything that is not sorted in this area. Okay, so we want to come up here and we want to place all hoppers facing forward. And I guess we'll just have to get out of the way here for the last one. Okay, and there we go. So they're all facing forward, all going this way into this chest. But in the meantime, they're going across all of these that sort out whatever you want in these chests, just like that. So now, the next thing I have to do is figure out, what do I want sorted in these other 9? Okay, so I'm basically just cleaning up my chests upstairs. So anything that I have a lot of, or that I'll maybe have more of, I just put in here. You know, things like sugarcane and lapis, nether quartz, and then other blocks like andesite. Now, in order to keep organized, you'll probably put a wall up here. So I think I'm just going to use stone to keep the same motif, so to speak. So I'll just put a wall of stone across the front. And of course, keep in mind, you want it bright enough over here so that things do not spawn on you back here, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, if you're going to do this wall, you're going to have upside down stairs along the bottom in order for the chests to still open up. So that is why we left this undone up to this moment. Okay, so you basically just want to continue with this all the way along the front. Okay, and that will give the same appearance as being a completely solid wall from the front. All right? And if you're not going to put a second chest here, then you might want to take out the cobblestone and put this wall in here just so it all looks the same. So the next thing you want to do is place the remaining hoppers underneath going into the chests. Okay, just like this. And there you go. And it should basically look like that. And if you want to put, say, one more torch up there, just to make sure, just to be like super safe and have nothing spawning around here. You could put even a torch down under in there, just so no spiders or who knows what, just to make sure nothing spawns in here. And then, as you can see, you've got your chest, and you can make this, of course, a double chest if you want to catch anything that isn't being sorted. I mean, you have an idea, for me anyway, with just 10 chests, I have an idea what's in here. So this should be plenty to catch anything that I'm not sorting. However, you can make this as long as you want. I think there's like 400 items at least in Minecraft. So you could sort all 400 if you want. You just have to keep this whole thing going. So you just keep on going. Or you could do 200 this way. And then, of course, take this channel and bring it forward and across, and then keep going on this way, coming back. And then you could have the other 200 this way. So however you want to do this, you could have some on the end as well. However you want to organize it is completely up to you. And of course, like I said, you could have another round of double chests under here. And then you would just need another round of hoppers going into the backs of them. And for now, whoops, I'm also going to put stairs in here just to make the up and down so much faster. And there you go. And then, of course, here you could put a door in. So I could do that. And that will bring me into the back if I ever need to get back in here. And it's always good to leave an extra, some extra space around it in case you ever need to check something or you want to add something or do something back here. Then you have lots of room to do so. For now, you could put a wall here like that. Do this again. And have another door right here. So you can open it and pick anything that didn't get sorted. So this is what my sorting system will look like. Now the other thing you want to do, so you know what the heck is in here, is I prefer an item frame. So I suggest putting the item frames right above the chests so you know what is in them. And I'm just going to place all this stuff. So the one of each I just put in here, you have to remember that one piece is going to be stuck in that hopper behind the chest. So if we can put one of each of the other things in here, then there should be one at least in each of the chests. Yeah, so there is some coal. And the reason I'm doing this is because now we can put this coal in the item chest like that. So you know exactly what is in here. Same with the cobblestone. And the dirt. And I'm just going to continue until I'm done with all of them. All right, and there you have it. So this will, at a glance, tell you exactly what is in your sorting system. And you might have a double chest, 2 double chests, 3 double chests, whatever. For me, 1 double chest is enough for now. And if I need more, I can always expand it later. And because we can get back here, we can always dig a trench down here to place another chest and another hopper, whatever. We have the space to do it. And there you go. That is a fully operational automatic sorting system. And one of the things I love the most about this system is you can just pile everything that you want sorted right in here. You don't have to go downstairs or anything like that. It's all ready to go. So now we can start sorting and getting rid of all the extra stuff that we did not need in our upper area here, and it will all automatically sort itself. And if you needed to, you could make this a double chest as well. If you come home with like a ton of stuff, and for some reason this is not enough room for you, well, you can make it a double chest. And the other thing I like about this system is it's completely quiet. There's no clicking or anything like that. For example, if you were using the water to push it into the water or something like that, there's no clicking. It's a completely silent system. And I'm just going to keep putting stuff in here. And when I am done, I mean, this first go through, obviously I'm going to have way more stuff than just one chest. However, once all my extras are sorted through, we'll go downstairs and we will check again to see if everything's sorted properly. And I just love how this is opening up so much more space for me. So this is basically going to be my overflow. Anything where I get way too many and I lose, I don't have space anymore to fill it up, this is what I'm using mine for. Okay, the very last bit is gone now out of my chest. So let's go see if everything's sorted properly. We got coal, excellent. We got cobblestone, dirt, sandstone, diorite, granite, andesite, nether quartz, lapis, and at the very end, we have sugarcane. So, everything's sorted properly. Now let's just check. Did anything make its way all the way to the end? No. So everything was sorted properly, which is great. Good to see everything is working perfectly. I did not drop in anything that was not sortable, but I can certainly do that. Here, why don't I just drop in, well, I guess that'll make it easier for me. 3. We'll put 3 of the nether wart in. Okay, we know nether wart isn't down there. Okay, so the nether wart should be at the very back here, and there it is. So everything is working perfectly. Just before we go, I thought I would show you the finished product. I backed the stairs up one so it ends nicely right here. I put in a proper floor. I decided to add a little corridor going to my map room here. Fixed all the walls, put some lighting in. So I just thought I would show you what it looks like at the very end, and more than likely I'll be expanding this. Thank you so much for watching and being on our little adventure. It's easy to make, especially after our iron farm that we had. You can make as many of the hoppers as you need. And wood, of course, is easy to get for chests and such. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.